YouTube, Amanda here, and I owe you guys a massive apology. I actually wanted to get this video out before Halloween, but unfortunately it was just not in the cards for me. I had a lot going on, but hey, better late than never, right? We'll just call this the Michael Myers Mask Christmas Edition. We'll slap a Santa hat on him and call it a day. Now, I actually did take your advice and purchased another Kirk mask, but as I was converting it, I was working on the eye cuts and I just cut them horribly. And guys, I think on a Michael Myers mask, the eye cuts make or break the mask, so I just stopped there. Now, before I tried to convert the Kirk mask, I went ahead and actually purchased a Tramer mask, and that's this one right here. So I converted this one first, and I didn't do too bad for my first attempt. The eye cuts are still a little big, and I want to change the color of the mask to a more true white. And also, I rehaired the mask with real mohair, but overall, I'm pretty proud of it. Now that brings me to my next thing. Instead of converting the Kirk mask, we're gonna go ahead and convert this Tramer mask. There's a couple of benefits converting the Tramer mask versus the Kirk mask. One thing is the eye cuts are already pretty much there. They're very close to being screen accurate. We just need to touch them up a bit. Also, the Tramer mask has sideburns, so once you rip those sideburns off, you'll still have that, you know, famous glue line that's on the original Michael Myers mask. Now, another thing I did before converting this mask, I actually called Treat Studios and asked them what kind of hair that they use on the Tramer mask. And believe it or not, they actually used mohair or a type of goat hair. Either way, it's real hair. So the cool thing about this mask is that if you don't want to rehair it, because rehairing Michael Myers masks can be kind of a challenge, you can actually dye this with like regular hair dye. So first, I took this mask and dyed the hair that was on it originally with like this Revlon cheap hair dye, and it came out fairly well. The one thing I didn't like about it was the hairline on this mask is pretty prominent. So instead, I went ahead and just ripped off the hair and started fresh. Got some real mohair, dyed it, and just rehaired it completely. One thing I did want to talk about was when I was converting this Tramer mask, I actually purchased this DVD from Nick Malpagano. It's called How to Make a Captain and a Killer. And guys, this DVD is awesome. Nick is a really cool guy. He's very talented. His masks are incredible. Definitely go check them out. I will post a link in the description below on where you can purchase this DVD. This explains everything. This explains rehairing, painting, just everything that I'm not going to be able to include in this video. So yeah, definitely go and purchase this. Go check out his other masks. So thanks, Nick, for coming out with this awesome DVD. Really helped me. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get started on this bad boy. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is make Mr. Tramer here bald. So I'm going to go ahead and rip all of his hair off. Pull, pull, pull. Good Lord. Yeah, look at that. That's a good look for my hair. The next thing I need to do is cut out the eye holes and make them a little more screen accurate. They're pretty close though. I've got my reference pictures back here, so I'm gonna grab my Dremel real fast and get to working. Okay, so before we get started on the eye holes, I wanna show you what Dremel bits I'm using. So I'm using this like grinding bit. I'm not sure what it's called. It's cone shaped. So I'll use this one. Also, I will use this tiny little sanding drum. It's the smaller version. And then I'm also using this polishing bit. So those are the three that we'll be using. Pretty good right there. Not bad. So the next thing I'm going to do is prepare this for paint. So I'm going to take some of this naphtha here and just put it on a shop towel and really scrub the mask really good just to make sure that the paint adheres to the mask. Okay, this is going to take me a little while, so stay put. It is prepared for paint. I went ahead and rubbed the whole thing down with some naphtha. I went ahead and mixed up some flesh tone color, right? Oop. I just spilt some. The first thing I need to do though before I start painting is mix some of this sprayable latex I have from Treat Studios. You can look it up. So essentially you can't just paint a latex mask with acrylic paint. It'll just peel off, especially if you're going to wear it. This makes it kind of flexible and rubbery, so it'll adhere to the paint and it won't peel off after it's been used. So, all right. Okay, so now that our flesh tone has dried, it is time to add our white paint. So I went ahead and mixed up this white. It's an off-white because the original Michael Myers mask was not a true white. It was a fish belly white. So I mixed it up as best as I could, so it is ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and spray paint it white. Alright guys, so I am finished painting the mask white. I already like this white better than my other one that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and then we're going to do some weathering. So I've got this naphtha here, and I'm just going to put a little bit on a Q-tip, and I'm just going to slowly get around these cracks and crevices so that flesh tone will come back out. Because the original mask was not perfect. They just spray painted it, and that was it. They didn't really spend a lot of time doing a lot of detail on it. So a lot of the flesh tone did end up showing up. So that's what we want to bring back out. It's time for some weathering. So I've got some water here with some black acrylic paint and gray. And all I'm going to do is just build it up in layers. So I'm going to take this little sponge, soak it in there, and just slowly build up the weathering in layers. And also I've got to grab a paper towel. And all I'm going to do is wipe it off. That's how you weather. Take a little bit of paint or a little bit of water, do a little bit of that, and then wipe it off. There is nothing to this, guys. It is really easy. Alright, I'm fairly happy with this. The next thing I need to do though is do some dry brushing. Just kind of get these cheekbones to pop out a little bit more and still get a little bit more into the eyes and in the mouth a bit. And also a little bit in the ears. So I'm going to dry brush. Guys, so today is day 2 of our TOTS conversion, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update. So as I was about to start working on the mask, I took a good look at the paint job and I just wasn't happy with it. So I completely restarted. I decided to give it a much more weathered look and gave it some more details around the eyes and the lips and the nose. And I also changed the white to a bit more of an off-white color. And guys, if you only get one thing from this video, please do not be afraid to start over if you're not happy with your project. Keep working on it until you get it right. That's exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm much more happier with this paint job now. So now we can move on to hair. So I've attempted to comb through this hair, and I've got a brush full of hair and a massive ball of mohair. But the next thing I need to do is style it. So you can see kind of where we're at here. It's not looking too bad. And for the styling, all I'm going to do is just look at a picture and just try to replicate the hair as best as I can, and then spray it down with some hairspray. Styling is done. I need to add a little bit of hairspray though first. But I'm starting to get really excited. It is really coming along nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this down with some hairspray here. Just a light amount of hairspray. Not too much. Okay guys, so we're almost done, but last but not least, I've got to add that famous glue line. So let's do it. And we are done, guys. I am really happy with the way this turned out. Definitely better than my first attempt. Here, I'll actually bring my first attempt in so you can see the difference here. So it's just incredible what you can do with a cheap Treat Studios mask. You can make it look accurate without spending a whole lot of money.
But yeah, I am super, super happy with this. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are asking, Amanda, why do you need a screen accurate Michael Myers mask? Well, of course, I'm a big Halloween fan, so this will look nice in my collection, but there is a reason, and I'm getting ready to show you why. So here it is on my 6-foot tall Michael Myers figure. That is why I wanted this mask to be perfect. My family and I do put on a haunted house around Halloween time. So this is going to be an awesome addition. I also got the hands from Nick Malpagano. So thank you, Nick, for that. And he's pretty terrifying. And I love it. All right, guys, so that is it. Do not forget to give this video a like and subscribe. I've got some more reviews and tutorials coming up soon. Until next time. Oh wait, I forgot one more thing. Hold on. There we go. I'm true to my word. Got to slap that Santa hat on there. So Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween, and all in between. See you guys next time.